Today is a really good day if you are in the Universal Audio community, if you use their plugins and their products. This is a crazy day, and the reason for that is because the plugins are finally native. Now, there is some caveats. It is just a few of them, but the company is heading in the right direction with this, and I just want to talk about that. So this is what I'm talking about. It's UAD Spark. It's a subscription service where you can get some of their plugins for a monthly fee. Now, normally I'm not a fan of subscription services, but with this one, I'm okay with it because if you already own the plugins, you get them for free. So I don't even have to sign up for the subscription service. I can just use some of my Universal Audio plugins native. Now, this is a huge deal for me because I have an Apollo Twin at the studio, but when I'm at home, I'm actually using this Audient Evo 4 thing. I don't know if it's in frame, but I'm using that when I'm at home because obviously having two Universal Audio interfaces would be super expensive. And I do a lot of my work from home. So when I'm mixing for people, I really wanted to be able to use specifically the LA2A. I really wanted to be able to use that, and I couldn't because I didn't have my audio interface at home. But now I can use it at home, and this is great. So this is what the new interface looks like. This is UA Connect. As you can see, it's only showing one plugin, and the reason for that is because there are a lot of people trying to get into this right now, so these servers are absolutely slammed. In fact, I'm probably one of the only people that actually has even a plugin installed at this point, so I'm very lucky to even have my Studer installed. And this is a prime example of a plugin I would much rather run natively anyways. The reason for that is because it's just a tape emulation, and if I'm going to be putting this on every single channel, it's going to be eating up my DSP really, really fast. Now, this implementation may not be exactly what you were expecting. I was hoping, and obviously this might have been a little foolish, but I was hoping that I would be able to just open up my projects with my UAD plugins and they would run native. That is kind of what I was dreaming of if we ever were to even get native plugins for UAD. And that's not really what this is. However, it's close enough, and honestly, I don't even care. I'm happy with it. So basically, you're going to have a new plugin. These are only VST3 and AU and a few other formats, but they're not VST2, so you will not have VST2. You're going to have to open up your other folders on Ableton that you might not ever touch like me, but it's okay. So they're going to be in this new Universal Audio UADx folder, and if I pull one up, here it is. Very nice interface, by the way. If I load up the old version really quick, the old version versus the new one, I mean, it looks a lot better. I don't know if we're eventually going to get the new interface on the actual UAD2 plugin. And as you can see down here, it says disabled. And that's because I do not have my Thunderbolt audio interface plugged in at all. It's at a completely different building than the one I'm in now. And also, I know a lot of people are going to probably have this question because it really wasn't clarified too much online. You do not need to pay the subscription to use the plugins you already own. The subscription is just to gain access to the plugins you don't own, or, whatever you want to do with that. I do not have the subscription. I didn't sign up for the trial. I don't have anything. And as you can see, my Studer A800 is working just fine. Now, I mentioned earlier that I was kind of hoping you could just open up a project and all your plugins would transfer to the new ones, or the old plugins would be the native version and it would just work. Obviously, that's not the case, but there is something that is pretty cool that you can do as a little bit of a workaround. So let's say I change the settings on this and I have a project of, however many of these pulled up. What I can do is I can copy the settings from this one and paste it to the native one. And it works seamlessly. Honestly, this was enough for me just because I don't want to have to go in and match all my settings. So just knowing that that works, it's going to be a lot easier to transfer some of this stuff over to the native plugins. I'm really excited to get my hands on the compressors and that kind of stuff. I don't have them, like I said, right now, just because my account hasn't synced because everyone's trying to get in. But there are people that do have them. The people that do have access to them have run null tests. The sound in the native plugins and the UAD2 plugins is exactly the same. So you're getting the exact same experience. It's just now it's native instead of running on your UAD2 device. So yeah, this is a very exciting day for me. I've been waiting for this for years at this point. I'm really excited. I'm going to be able to run these plugins that I own native now. And I can't wait for them to release more. They did say they are going to release more native. Right now, it's just a select few. Really, I'm just excited to be able to use my LA2As without being plugged into my Apollo twin. So for me, that's enough for now, and I would like to see what they add in the future. I do think there are going to be some limitations on what they are going to make native. So for example, I have the auto-tune plugin from UAD. I'm really doubtful that they're going to make that native because that's a plugin you can already purchase native. I'm sure there's some licensing issues with that. I don't think that that's going to happen. But that being said, I think a lot of these we are going to be able to get native. So we'll just have to wait and see what UA does in the future. But yeah, I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know what you think about this in the comments down below. Obviously, there's going to be some naysayers and some negativity, but really for me, it just comes down to getting work done, and I just want to get work done with the plugins that I enjoy. So now that I'm going to be able to do that from home, I don't have to be plugged in all the time. It's going to be great. Yes, there are some downsides. I'm not a fan of iLock, but if I can use my plugins native and I can get work done, I don't really care. So yeah, that's UAD Spark. If you guys are excited as me, let me know in the comments down below. I'm super pumped for this. And yeah, if you guys have any thoughts or opinions on this, go ahead and leave those in the comments down below. But other than that, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.